That looks like a normal ball. It may be a knuckle. We'll have to wait and see. But now bowlers are making it so hard for batters to pick up that particular delivery, because they just do that last minute in their, as they bowl the ball, and they tuck those fingers behind. It's impossible to pick up.
Yeah, and I think for the bowlers, they have to have big hands. I've been speaking to some of the female bowlers about how they bowl the knuckleball.
Gone up. Good catch, decent catch, probably a straightforward catch in the end. Tom Taylor does pretty well. And Mousley comes and goes cheaply, 2 from 3. But AJ Tye doing what he does so often at the end of an innings.
Yeah, Mousley didn't get his timing on this occasion. Slightly early on it, or just complete miscue. In the air for a long time, but Taylor managed to get round and take a comfortable catch in the end. So another one to go for the Bears, this time Dan Mousley. He goes for 2. Birmingham Bears 165 for 4.
Incoming batter for Birmingham Bears, number 12, Chris Benjamin.
Chris Benjamin, strike rate is good, just under 150. Oh, adventurous and mighty effective too. It's the way to play your first ball.
That looked like it was a bit of a cutter from AJ Tye, some sort of pace-off delivery, but it's a really confident shot from Chris Benjamin, first delivery, but we've seen a lot of him over the last couple of years, and really is the way that he plays his cricket. Very fearless, excellent execution as well. Third and fine in the ring. Manages to change his grip.
Oh, that's a good sound. That is a really good sound off the bat from Chris Benjamin. What a start from Benjamin. Into double figures already.
Well, this was probably the nicest sounding shot of the evening, I think. Such quick hands through the ball, but his base, he just anchors his feet to the ground. That core rotates quickly and strongly through the ball. Bit of a hip drive as well.
Well, up again a long way. Slower ball on this occasion. Good catch. Good catch. Not a big boundary. Goes up a long way. Catching's been good in the last few overs.
Tell you what, this is such brave bowling from AJ Tye. Again, I think he's gone pace off. So he knows that the consequence could be that he goes out of the ground, but he was happy to gamble. Was in Benjamin's shot slot, but I think he's just got it high on the bat. Certainly didn't get the distance. So a nice, comfortable catch again for Tom Taylor. So the dangerous Benjamin, he goes for 10. Birmingham Bears 175 for 5.
The game is ever changing, Liz, isn't it? You kind of feel in some ways he's done a good job there. He's just got 10. A couple of boundaries, 6 and a 4. Ed Barner made his way from Worcestershire. Very good cricketer with bat and with ball. Moeen Ali will skipper the side at some point. Will have just returned to the UK, I'm sure.
Yes, safe, yes, safe! Come back, come back! Yes! Oh, well,
It's going to be quite tight. 7:48.
On you, Sam, on you!
See what Sam Haynes trying to do, just create an angle by using his crease, going over onto the offside and trying to get it square, but good bowling from Willie because he's just kept the ball away from him.
You can see why he's running back. I said 748. You need to get through. They've got probably just under a couple of minutes to get through to the start of the next over. This is going to be very tight. Cleverly played. They play it so well, this shot. Fine leg up, it almost invites the shot.
Yeah, excellent execution. And again, similar to Benjamin, just doing it first delivery. Not sure if our camera guy's got this, but it's a bit of a ropey throw back from the dugout. Let's just have a little look at this.
Just delay things a bit more. No, won't get away with that. He's going to run as quick as he likes, but it's going to be tough now to get this over in time. The extra fielder will have to come inside the circle if that is the case. Helped on its way. Good work in the deep. Josh Cobb's doing a grand job.
Yeah, you can see that David Willie's really anxious to try and get through this over and beat the cut-off time. Otherwise, have to bring in an extra fielder. But good work again by Cobb.
And a simple catch. And a simple catch. The ball is following Josh Cobb, and that's good news for the Steelbacks. Very
good hard length as well. Just got it high on the bat. Nice simple catch for Josh Cobb. David Willie will be keen for everyone to get back to their marks, ready for the incoming batter. So Ed Barnard, he goes for 6. Birmingham Bears 186 for 6.
It's when you look at the umpires and you're going to be lenient with that. You're going to give us 10 seconds for that. We'll see what happens. Oh, just enough elevation. Henry Brooks, he's a big, tall, strong lad, and he just gets enough of it. 1 to go then, 188 for 6.
Yeah, just up and over the infield, and I think they're at the point now where they do have to have an extra fielder in, so it might have been that mid-off was back on the boundary had they not have been penalised. So Brooks off the mark straight away.
It's good that, isn't it? Sides have been penalised in many different ways over the years for a problem that needs to get sorted, and getting through your overs. I remember when we first started in 2003 this competition, we were sprinting. We were finishing early because we were so petrified of not getting through in time, and obviously now there's more on the game and the game takes longer, but this is a good initiative. Extra fielder in the four on the extra cover, or the offside rather.
I think it challenges your decision making as well when you're under a bit more pressure with a time element to it. Be really clear in what you're trying to do. Captain and bowlers working together.
Not the middle of the bat again. Yeah, so 5 in the circle, not 4. You might just have seen there that leg side is heavily fortified with the deep fielders. So you have an option really at the moment. Look like the offside fielders are up in the ring there. So you've got a choice as a batter. Stay leg side, try and hit the offside, or the leg side is more with the deeper fielders. That's what he tries to do there.
Yeah, I think with 5 fielders in as well, it telegraphs what you're going to bowl, really. I think with 4 fielders in the ring, you probably have a few more options. You know, if you've got third and fine in the ring, you've got it will be pace off, but you can probably vary your line if you've got protection, leg side and offside. And
very, very good indeed. For the point we're just making, Liz, really, he knows that's where he wants to try and strike. That's where the boundary is more accessible. And he just makes a lot of room for himself. See where he strikes that from way outside leg stump.
Yeah, excellent use of the blade as well. Just really overemphasises opening the blade and really using that bottom hand.
Ty wants him to hit leg side, and he's staying offside, or hitting offside. An extraordinary shot. That is an extraordinary shot from Sam Hain.
Not quite a carbon copy from the delivery that we saw before, because he got the elevation on this occasion. Managed to get up and underneath it, and to generate that sort of power over the offside is an excellent showcase of skill from Sam Hain.
Well, he has 2 half-centuries in the 3 games. This is their 4th, so 1 more boundary to make that 3 out of 4. Sider up to 200. Follows him on this occasion. Surely they'll try and come back for 2. They do, and may well have made it. We'll have to see. That's an excellent finish to the innings from Sam Hain, who's going to end up just shy of another half-century, 48 from 27 if he gets in. It's a good effort from the Birmingham Bears, who are going pretty well in the competition. They're 3 from 3. It's going to be a run chase then for the Steelbacks coming up shortly.
Yeah, he really has started this campaign so well. Sam Hain. Excellent with the bat. Such a confident player as well.
Good start, skipper, standing skipper Alex Davies, 46 from 29, and Rob Yates, that's his highest score in this competition, 71 from 53.
For the bowlers, Northampton Steelbacks, it felt like they did a good job of containing Birmingham Bears in the power play, but then they just managed to get away from an excellent opening partnership, and then Freddie Heldrick came into the attack. 2 in 2 balls for him, and then a couple of wickets apiece for David Willey and AJ Ty.
Right, let's get down to Dominic. I think he has one of the stars with him. Who have you got?
Certainly have, Nick. I've got Freddie Heldrick with me. Well bowled. Talk us through that spell.
Yeah, cheers, thank you. It's obviously a highest run scoring pitch here, so I was just thinking of just trying to squeeze it as tight as possible. Just try to cramp the batsman and try to go for no runs, but obviously it builds pressure, wickets come, so happy with 2. I think I let it slide a little bit in the last over, but it happens sometimes.
What were you thinking when Glenn Maxwell came to the crease?
Oh my, well, I thought I've watched this bloke hit him everywhere growing up, so I thought, oh my, imagine getting him out of here. So couldn't really tell you what the delivery was. I was a bit nervous, but as soon as I saw it go up, I was like, please hang up there, and then saw AJ under it and thought, thank God for that.
What do you think the total? Can you get these?
Yeah, I think we can chase that. As I said, it's high runs here. I think last year par was 190, 200, so I think 200 is probably par if we bat properly. I think it's very chaseable. It's a good wicket, quick outfield, short boundaries.
Couple of good wickets, well bowled, and good luck with the run chase.
Cheers, thank you very much. Cheers.
Yeah, great stuff. Really nice, his response to Glenn Maxwell. He's got him in the pocket, and he deserves it as well. 2 and 2. Freddie Heldrick, he's had a really good evening, and as you'd understand, confident that his side under David Willey can chase down 203. They have one. And so they desperately need to get on a winning run, but they are up against the side right at the top. So we've got the run chase coming up for you very shortly.
Get that Euro Millions feeling.
Jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay.
With this Friday's £109 million super
Rock your
jackpot.
body on time. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, rock your body on time.
Euro Millions from the National Lottery.
If anyone knows a thing or two about fashion, it's the French. It's in the way we dress. It's in the way we roll. You can taste the
Hair loss? Contact Advanced Hair Studio, one of the largest and most successful clinics in the UK. And these images show why. This is not trick photography. This is real life that we have documented. Advanced Hair Clinic is so confident of success, we give a 100% guarantee to get a result. For hair restoration that's 100% guaranteed, call Advanced Hair Studio.
Call now, just like I did.
True story. A great man once said to me,
Throw that baby down!
Oh my jeez. Oh my goodness.
wow,
They're happy now.
the playoffs are back.
Making the crazy hard stuff look easy.
Watch all the action as the game's finest battle it out stateside. Live only on Sky Sports.
With Sky Store, you're in for thrills and chills with an action-packed May.
Bowser is coming.
I got this, no problem. We have one job to do. Save the world.
दोस्तों अगर आप ऐसे ही
Guys?
With over 10,000 movies at your fingertips, you're in for an action-packed month on Sky Store.
Fantastic summer. Very best of luck tomorrow, making his Test match debut for England to Ben Stokes' side. Very watchable Test match cricket. All gets going tomorrow. Our build up at 10 o'clock. Blast coming your way. Well, we follow the action there at Lord's, 6:45 hour build-up. That'll be a fantastic occasion up at Headingley, Yorkshire. Vikings up against Lancashire Lightning. Yorkshire winning their last game. Lancashire going pretty well in the comp. Gloucestershire v Surrey then on Friday. Saturday, Hampshire Hawks versus Sussex Sharks. So lots to look forward to over the coming days in the Vitality Blast. Right, this is where we are. Looks a good score, but Freddie Heldrick said, you know what, chaseable on a small ground, and he may well be correct. We will find out. Rob Yates with 71. Sam Hain doing what Sam Hain does, scores runs, 48 not out, 46 for the skipper. And Heldrick there, one of the stars, 2 for 32. And David Willey, the skipper, 2 for 33. AJ Ty, 2 for 52. A little expensive, but 203 required to chase that down. It'll be their second win if they can manage it.
Didn't carry it. Took him just a while. There's one or two streaky moments. I don't think his timing was absolutely perfect in the opening stanza, but then that's his area. His area is square of the wicket, offside and leg side, and that cut shot is one of the best cutters in the game. And I thought he played beautifully for Warwickshire. He worked through the tough periods and managed to put on that partnership with Alex Davis over 100 for the first wicket.
Took something pretty special to get him out.
Oh, did it ever?
Like Dagnall in his youth.
Maybe not. Yeah, Josh Cobb's effort, an absolute stunner.
Well, he may have a role to play with the ball. A bit of off-spin, he didn't have much to do with the bat, but Chris Lynn alongside him, great mates, of course, from Australia. He will get things going for the Steelbacks.
And 203 it is for them to knock off. Freddie Heldrick thought that it was around about a par score on this surface. It's always a good surface at Northamptonshire. Or average total here is high. Only traditionally he was with the Brisbane Heat, made the move to the Adelaide Strikers. The surface looks pretty good. Someone who's bowling pretty good is Henry Brooks, 4 for in the opening game against Yorkshire at Edgbaston, 4 for 32, and only drafted in late due to an injury to Hassan Ali. What can he do with the new rock? What a shot that is to start things off. Ricardo Vasconcelos has dismissed it from his presence. Little bit of width and carves it through the offside. Lydia Greenway, welcome to the game.
Oh, what a nice shot that was to kick things off for the Steelbacks, and I think for Ricardo Vasconcelos, this is his bread and butter, isn't it? A cover drive, anything slightly over pitched, that's what he's looking for.
Yeah. Let's chase on more runs, and again the striking is pure. Excellent work out in the deep. Danny Briggs goes on the boundary edge.
Yeah, Brooks just trying to go slightly straighter.
Correction, Craig Miles. And that's one thing Henry Brooks will get. We saw a bit of bounce and carry from Tom Taylor earlier on, a bit from James Sales, but Henry Brooks is built for that.
Yeah, he's someone I've always kept an eye on how he's going, Henry Brooks. Just from my own playing days when I've played against him, saw him coming through as a youngster with the academy at Warwickshire, and you always thought that he had that potential to kick on. And just naturally, you look at his build, how long his arms are, so that release point is always going to be higher, and he's got that height. And I think for him over the last couple of years, it's probably been frustrating because he has struggled with injuries. As mentioned earlier, he went on loan to Derbyshire, now obviously back with the Bears because of that injury to Hassan Ali.
He's got genuine pace too.
Yes.
He can get it up to 90.
Very good, Matt.
Yeah, I think the moment of the blast so far for me was seeing Brooks come into the game that he wasn't meant to be playing on in our blast-off coverage, and taking the wicket of Johnny Bairstow, and just his sort of disbelief really that he had taken that wicket. It was an absolute beauty.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. You got to know your angles. Fine leg up inside of the circle. He knew he had to get it fine. Vasconcelos does that and more. 10 from the first over.
Yeah, productive over for the Steelbacks. All thanks to Vasconcelos and how well he's been picking up length early on, and a little bit of innovation as well. Really brave shot. Good use of the angles, third and fine in the ring. Just knows he has to get something on it.
Good player, Vasconcelos. He's got a half century already, albeit in the defeat against Durham, where they were rolled for 137. They need something big from Chris Lynn. Glenn Maxwell. Oh, the cricket these two will have played against each other, Maxwell and Lynn. Just saying that Chris Lynn's played Delhi Capitals, KKR in the IPL, Mumbai Indians as well. .394 T20 matches. Slight change in the field for Vasconcelos. Deep backward square, deep mid-wicket in. Just expect pieces to start spearing into the leg side. Oh, maybe he should have speared it into the leg side, because Vasconcelos finds the gap through the offside. All the field inside the circle for more.
Again, really clever batting from Vasconcelos, just managing to create angles to split the fielders, knowing that the offside is up. Just clears that front leg.
In the air, but in the gap. It's going to be 4 more. Chase from Brooks is in vain. Just the start Northamptonshire wanted.
Yeah, well, they're actually off to a brilliant start. I think when you compare that to how the Bears were going, they were just 2 runs on the board at this point. So certainly up with the rate.
A little bit excitable. Just trying to put that into Leicestershire.
Down. Yes, fine. Hello.
18 of the 19 is Vasconcelos. And he'll still the strike as well. 2 overs gone, 20 without loss.
Here I am, baby. Hey man, safety shoes. You're not
Mr. Butler! And now, safety ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Butler.
My choice. U-Power's lightest safety shoe ever. U-Power safety shoes and workwear.
Floodlights beaming down at Wantage Road, Northampton. Salos has got off to a flyer. Needs to as well, chasing down 203 runs to win, thanks to runs from Rob Yates and Alex Davis. Danny Brooks into the attack, having an excellent blast so far. 3 for 15 against Leicestershire, 4 for 15 against Lancashire. Blast history.
Yeah, he made the move from Sussex back in 2020 now, I think it was, and it seems like him and Jake Lintott have got a really nice partnership together, not just on the pitch, but I think off the pitch as well. Spends a lot of time chatting cricket. Briggs, obviously one of the most experienced players around.
Only 32.
Yeah.
Oh, nice, Danny. Nice, Danny.
Chris Lynn, last year, 8 innings at Northampton. He loved batting at Wantage Road. 2 centuries, strike rate of 163. It'll be devastating when he gets into full flow.
Lovely, Dan. Lovely, Dan.
Just following him, Danny Briggs.
Stay, Haney, stay. Haney.
Yeah, it felt like with Lynn that he actually had quite a lean big bash leading into our summer, and maybe a change, being a different environment, Northamptonshire, just suddenly hit another gear.
Catch that, please.
Skewed away, it's going to be safe. He's gone hard, and it's paid dividends. 4 more. First boundary for Chris Lynn, and Northamptonshire 27 without loss after 3.
Well, it's still a good over from Danny Briggs, just the 7 runs coming from it. Only 3 singles up until that boundary, so even with that release shot, Briggs, although he'd be disappointed, still a good over. Lynn just riding his luck.
Jake, up, please.
It's a long sleeve jumpers evening at Wantage Road. Dan Mousley, Warwickshire, having huge success against Lancashire with 3 spinners. Lintott, left arm wrist spin. Dan Mousley will bowl his brand of offies.
We go, Danny boy!
Good record. Lovely shot. Might have even got a hand on it at backward point, but such was the ferocity of the Vasconcelos cut. And made no odds.
Again, excellent hand from Vasconcelos. Not a huge amount of foot movement. He's just picked it off his back foot, really. Manages to find its way to the boundary.
Down the ground, very, very straight and very, very safe. Really a super simplicity itself from Vasconcelos.
And really, straight away, Mousley is under pressure. No, he's just bowled one slightly short, hasn't got away with it. Now he's gone fuller. He's just been pumped back down the ground. Managed to squeeze this one through as well. Should go all the way, so excellent from Vasconcelos. Hat-trick of boundaries.
The first 2 were glorious. This one wasn't as easy on the eye. Matters not, though. Just dragging it across. High on the back. Past the infield, it's 4. Big appeal, huge. Might have just been sliding down. Umpire Middlebrook thinks so.
I think just on with the arm. It was an arm ball from Mousley.
Maybe height.
Lovely, lovely, Danny.
Well, Chris Lynn's only faced 3 balls the first 3.5 overs. He'll steal the strike at the end of the 4th. 41 without loss for Steelbacks. Yeah, interesting. Talking about Moeen Ali coming back for the Birmingham Bears. Lancashire have got a couple of youngsters that have been added to the squad for tomorrow to mark your card ahead of the Roses fixture at Headingley. Messrs Butler and Salt back in the squad. Make sure you join us from Headingley tomorrow. Livingston, Butler, Salt, Saqib, Colin de Grandon, Daryl Mitchell, who's just smoking it around the park. Luke Wood. It's a very, very strong Lancashire Lightning squad. Craig Miles into the attack.
No.
Test cricket starting tomorrow.
It's exciting, isn't it? Oh, it's just a shame it's not a few degrees warmer. Daggers. Could do with that and then everything will be absolutely fine.
Well, it's nice in the daytime. A bit warmer in the daytime.
Good point. That is a good point.
Yeah, Ireland Test starting tomorrow. Ashes round the corner, as is the women's Ashes. High on the bat, shouts of catch. Comfortably taken. Glenn Maxwell, one of the safest pairs of hands in world cricket. Miles hitting that hard length, and Lynn not being able to cope.
Yeah, this is good from Miles, choosing to go into the wicket, mid-on and mid-off up. And so Chris Lynn said, right, I will try and take you on and go down the ground, but he hasn't got it. And Glenn Maxwell will not miss those types of opportunities. So the first one has fallen for the Steelbacks, the dangerous Chris Lynn. He goes for 7, 41 for 1.
Well, you want him where the catches go. There's a dolly for him, but much needed wicket. Even though Vasconcelos has been the aggressor. Miles' introduction providing a little boost for the Birmingham Bears. Josh Cobb, he of the staggeringly good catch earlier on. Very fine T20 player. And off the mark immediately, opening his account. Yeah, he was player of the match in the 2011 T20 finals day. That for his bowling rather than his batting. And if you miss the catch, we'll show it you in a minute. I'm just teasing you. This is Maxwell's catch. That's regulation. And now, from earlier on today, he's absolutely tagged that, Rob Yates. Really wonderful.
The timing of the jump as well, isn't it?
Top edge. Again, catches the shout, and just beyond Chris Benjamin, despite the despairing dive.
It just looked like it was always going away from Chris Benjamin. It wasn't controlled at all by Vasconcelos. It's as if he was slightly late onto it. An acrobatic dive by Benjamin.
Lost his shape a little, Vasconcelos. No damage done though, a single to conclude the 5th over. Taking over nicely, the Steelbacks, 49 for 1.
Mr. Ibrahim, you've been described as the king of the cross.
We can't let them forget who runs the straight.
But everyone has their price, right?
What are you trying to do, John? You're trying to start a war. It's business, Sam.
Last King of the Cross, all episodes available now, Sky Max.
Going okay. Going more than okay. Small ground, so 49 for 1 from 5. Outside the line. Gone a long way across there. Ricardo Vasconcelos has looked in good touch at the moment. 39. Lovely shot. Finds the gap. Beautiful placement. Quick hands. 50 up then. 53 for 1.
Every time he's held this shape, it's been productive for him. When he's gone chasing it a little bit, then things go awry. But goodness, he's got some wonderful looking shots in the locker.
Again, slash this time up and over. He's not holding back Vasconcelos, and he's going nicely.
The square of the wicket is devastating. Again, it's that transference of weight you talked about a little earlier. This time a bit more bottom hand to get the elevation up and over the infield.
South African under-19. He played in, I think he made his first class debut in Boland. So early part of his career in South Africa. Signed, I think, in 2018. Signed, I think, in 2018 here at Northamptonshire. Got a Portuguese passport.
We go, Bears.
Very good acquisition.
Gotta keep going here. Only gonna get harder here, Bears.
Gone, picks out point, and they needed that because Northand Steelbacks were on the charge, but Josh Cobb has gone cheaply tonight.
Well, Jake Lintop, it was at cover point, trying to do a little bit of what Vasconcelos was doing, but this time just couldn't get it over and picked out a grateful Lintott at backward point. So a short stay for Cobb. He departs for 3 from 3. Northamptonshire 58 for 2.
Here comes the batter of the Northern Steelbacks, sponsored by Elite Star Racing number 23, David Willey.
Couple of wickets with the ball in hand and a job to do with bat in hand for the skipper. Very effective top end of the order, average of 24, that strike rate, and bearing in mind that's 252 games where the game has changed quite markedly in the last few years. Strike rate is excellent over a long period of time.
On. Wait!
Not a lot of flight on that occasion. 58 for 2.
Well, Steelbacks 58 for 2, and Vasconcelos is 48 of them. Lovely display of striking, and that has been a feature of this innings. His cutting through the point region and the simplicity of the shots. High on the bat and caught by Chris Lynn. Maxwell taking the catch once more. You look at that wagon wheel, there's going to be plenty of lines to backward point. Josh Cobb couldn't fashion the same thing. Dismissed just before the end of the tower play.
Not a lot in it. 58 for 2, played 55 without loss for Birmingham. So the return of Glenn Maxwell.
Very good. Up, please.
Having 4 spin options, Birmingham Bears.
Also 2 lefties. Often go to your off spinner, don't you? Maybe one of the reasons why Maxwell's back in the attack.
Great bowling. Yes, Rob,
On a view that it's harder for the left-handers to place the off spinner, or face the off spinner rather. I'm not so sure anymore. They're so good at hitting it up and over extra cover.
Go. Got him,
Looking for 2.
What makes you say that? Say you know, with off spinners knowing that now, obviously being able to put a fielder in that sort of position, knowing that batters have got that ability in the locker.
It's that as well as the reverse sweep. They're so good at that now. And the perception that because the ball is turning away from the left-hander, it's a little hard to hit boundaries. Because imagine a right-hand, you can go with it, hit it anywhere on the leg side. But I think now they're so proficient at hitting over extra cover, square of the wicket, and the reverse sweep. I'm not so sure it quite holds true in perhaps in as many instances as it used to, off spin to left-hander.
That's nice.
50, high-class 50 as well. Ricardo Vasconcelos is going to be mighty pleased with his effort. He's setting things up nicely for his side. 7 gone, 61 for 2.
To lead and inspire with innovation means progressing through technology. With impeccable attention to detail, we can power ahead. Because future is an attitude.
Daggers pointed it out, square of the wicket, a favoured area of his.
I just wonder if Vasconcelos thought he was out then. I'm just having a look. Did he get anything on this? It sort of looped up to short third.
Kraft. He loves hitting the ball square of the wicket, this time just behind square. Lovely batting again.
We'll get the protractor out. The bat at the perfect angle. That's gone around about 25 degrees, I reckon. Lovely piece of work. Yeah, that previous one, I think he just lifted his head thinking that was going straight down short third's throat.
He can play that shot. He's quite good at it.
Might want to test out that leg side or that leg stump. Honestly, the statistician was doing the wagon wheels. The lines are all going to be moulding into one. It's so good from Vasconcelos, but Birmingham need to learn quickly.
Tighter line, he plays that shot pretty well too. Eye-catching batting this.
And again, there's moments you just know. You just know. The sound, the trajectory, and it's 4. Don't bother chasing it.
He makes that shot look easy. That is not easy. Left-handers will tell you. Balance. It's that absolutely perfectly. Cool, this is some innings.
Wait.
Here's the first ball of this over. And take a look at Vasconcelos after he hits this. I'm convinced he thought he was gone. whether it was a nick and it bounced off the keeper's hand. You know that. I reckon I clipped the gloves. I think he thought he was gone. He was off. Well, you know we've got highest T20 wicket taker playing in this game today, Danny Briggs, as Linton comes on. There is a new T20 all-time vitality last run scorer.
And you know what, Daggers, it's a bit odd because we were debating that before we came on air. It's the sort of thing we do, isn't it, me and you? We were debating with Danny Briggs being the leading wicket taker. We were sort of having a bit of a quiz, who's the leading run scorer? And there we go. There he gets up in this particular game.
Can I just say, I thought we did very well in our...
Well, you did. You went...
No, we did.
You said Luke Wright. I said James Vince as the leading run scorer. So I was just a bit ahead of my time. I didn't realise that a few hours later he would be.
Yeah, had you asked the question half an hour ago, you would have got the right answer. Congratulations, James Vince.
Aww.
We do other stuff, dear.
No, we don't.
Dear viewers.
And then stumpings. Looking forward to tomorrow. Moses clash. I mean, you just teed it up. Salt, Butler, Livingston, Milan. Really good players.
Well, we had two cracking Roses games last year. I think it was the tie. Was it the tie at Old Trafford, and then only single figures of runs separating the two sides at Headingley. Don't care which side of the Pennines you're from. I don't care what your form is like. Lancashire are going very well. Yorkshire been struggling this year.
Yeah, but they had a good win, didn't they? Against
did.
Notts, who we covered the other day. I mean, they look a really strong side. I mean, that was a real morale-boosting victory.
All goes out of the window on Roses clashes. Hinover's gone 81 for 2.
Who's won the most Roses clashes in the last 5 years? No, we'll debate that another time.
I think people will feel they're missing out on a window into our lives.
That's what we do in the lead up to games. Well, sometimes.
Nothing wrong with talking a bit of cricket.
The leading bowlers pretty well. Yasir Arafat, that was a
a good shot. I wouldn't have got that one.
Got to go back over the years,
yeah.
Haven't you? Samit.
Yeah, he's second, isn't he?
That's his area. One too many. Point to Danny Briggs, I think it is, at point. And that is the end of an outstanding innings.
Well, dipped into the well once too often, Vasconcelos. I mean, it has been wonderful to watch. And the first time he's not managed to either get it either side of the field or over that infield. And he wonders how many runs he's left behind out in the middle. It's been a superb knock from Ricardo Vasconcelos, given his side a chance. 65 from 39, it's 81 for 3.
Yeah, the difference here is he wasn't trying to hit it there. He was trying to hit it in front of square. It sliced a bit off the face. High catching, 81 for 3. See this again. He's trying to hit that in front of square and it kind of slices off the face a bit. And the other ones have been more placed in that particular area, off more the middle of the bat. It's there as well. Save Zabe. 44 games. Just over 10 overs to bat here. Just come over to my side.
Batted really well against Derbyshire. Watch some of the highlights of that. Hit 2 absolutely enormous leg side sixes in that game. And he can play. Hits the balls in unorthodox areas. Very busy cricketer.
Just a quiet start for the skipper, David Willey.
Nice moment from him the other day. Hammered away by Willie. One bounce. He needs to start motoring if the Steelbacks in it stay in this chase.
Well, a bit of a gift, really. Short attempted slower ball, didn't quite come out right.
1 minute.
This ground is not big enough for David Willey if he gets going. Up and over the offside on this occasion, another boundary. So just giving himself a few deliveries to get in, now he's motoring.
I'm with you, I don't think he's timed one properly yet. It matters not, he's such a powerful man. Strong pair of shoulders, thoroughly committing to the shots. You hit the right gaps, it's just going to kiss that surface, scoot along to the boundary. You'll know it when he hits one properly.
The sound, extra cover. 9 runs have come from the over through 10, 90 for 3.
From Monaco to España, back-to-back F1 races in Barcelona. Don't miss the Spanish Grand Prix weekend, live on Sky Sports.
I think there's been a murder. You watch too much Dateline. I know what you did, you psycho.
So 90 for 3. Northamptonshire, halfway point. Pretty even Stevens. Required run rate though, just above where it originally started. Just hovering over 11 needed per over. We'll see Henry Brooks back into the attack. So a bit more pace now for the Bears.
Yeah, they're just going to... Resources will be a bit used differently to the last game against Lancashire, where their spinners were... Well, they got all the wickets. They're going to be a bit more on Henry Brooks and Miles, Ed Barnard. And, they've already used 7 bowlers, so they've got plenty of options, but just a bit more focus on the quicker bowlers on this surface, on this ground.
Dagger's revealed who the new leading run scorer is yet. I could just watch you two. I couldn't hear what you were saying, but I was picking up bits and pieces, and there was also a lot of giggling as well.
Well, you were kind of in it as well, weren't you? We were just debating it before we came on air. It's James Vince, leading run scorer. And the history of the blast.
Well bowled in the end by Brooks. Always off-putting when the batter's moving around in their crease. Bowling's gone away from the traditional look at the top of off stump and try and bowl it there. It's shifted now to look at the batter and look what they're doing. Change of pace.
Up past 12 now, Bears. Up past 12 now.
Dominic Cork has just asked me to ask you a question. Who was James Vince's first captain? Well, who do you think it might be?
Is that a self-indulgent question from Corky?
It might be.
Has he taken his gloves off yet?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounded okay off the bat, but not enough to go all the way. Good bit of work from Miles. Dew coming into play now in the field. How impressed have you been with Henry Brooks 90?
I've been keeping an eye out for him because a good number of years ago we saw him burst on the scene at Edgbaston, and I can't tell you what year it was, but it was quite some time ago. Sort of performance that was eye-catching, and when you see something like that, you naturally just keep an eye on how he goes. Various injuries and lack of opportunities at time, but yeah, he's got a lot going for him. Tall lad, strong now. If he can get a little stronger and develop the body so it's got more sustainability, there's a lot to like. One thing you always think about fast bowlers is the heart. You know, that heart to be able to keep coming back and bowl time and time again. Less so in this format, but in first-class cricket, I don't know the lad well enough. I don't know that side of things. But when you see what you see, there's certainly a lot of talent and ability there.
Sorry, Rob, go back, please. That's nice, Danny. Oh, nice, Danny.
I think his brother Ethan.
Needs to get behind the stumps there, or just in front of the stumps. Mousley, just to help any potential runner. He's too far away from the stumps. He had time to get back there. It's a small little 1% there.
Next stop, boys. Gotta go here.
Has plenty of time to get back.
Lovely, Dan. Lovely, Dan.
Yeah, just to finish off, I mean, you'll know as well. You know, the heart. I think that ability to keep running in, and if he's got that, and say, I don't know the lad. If he's got that, then yeah, potentially very good.
Oh, innovation and really nicely executed by Safe Saib. Excellent way to find the boundary.
Play the shot so well, play the field a little bit as well, knows exactly where the gaps are. Committed to the shot.
So 100 has come up in the over as well. Still a mammoth total. 98 now needed. Which is 49 deliveries. So end of 12 overs. Northamptonshire, they're 106 for 3.
Domestos is turning the germ-killing world upside down. New Domestos Power Foam clings to surfaces, killing germs in the hardest to reach places. New Domestos Power Foam, unstoppable.
This shot, there's a couple of things to pick up from that. How he brings his back leg to become his front leg, and if you do it on that occasion, it opens up more of the offside because you can get the ball more in front of square and behind. If you just lead with your front leg, then it makes it harder to hit in front of square. There's a couple of different ways you can play that shot.
That's nice.
It should be safe.
Just simpler to play, isn't it? With the front leg leading on, it's more simple to execute it. But if you're prepared to use the time effectively and get your back leg in front, it just rotates the body so you can then hit more extra cover region and still all the way behind square.
Yeah, I always felt with the reverse, I used to go with my front foot, and I think if I did want to get it further in front of square, I would have to, rather than my feet being sort of side on and parallel, I'd have to turn my toes virtually pointing towards the bowler to try and create that angle. And you're effectively chest on.
Real good, boys, real good,
Yeah, and you played it well. It was a shot, the sweeps and reverse sweeps were very much part of your game. It's just whether you're prepared to feel. Have a look at the back leg. There it goes, becomes the front leg, and it just the angle then there means you can hit more extra cover if you want to, if that's where the gap is, and you can still drag it with the wrist. You just lead with your front. It just makes it that bit tougher to access a wider part of the ground. Excuse me, the ground.
Well, that's missed everything. Safe save, just looking to use the crease, and Davis unable to collect it cleanly.
That rate's just going up now. That rate's just on the way up. So another good over.
Just struggling with his line slightly. So 92 or 44 deliveries. Feels like it's a big ask.
Catch it!
Shouts of catch, just dropped short. Batters to come for the Steelbacks. Lewis McManus. Handy little not out for him the other evening. Tom Taylor, Graham White, AJ Tye. So maybe not quite the depth that the Bears had on show earlier today. Still people who are capable. So the end of the over, 112 for 3. Certainly is a chilly evening, Northamptonshire. Plenty of layers needed. It's pretty close. So same stage, Birmingham Bears, they were 118 for 2, so there's not a huge amount in it. And a real good late flurry at the end of their batting innings. Plenty of layers on. Corky can do with a nice green scarf to match his gloves. Well, I don't think Safe Save has got this at all, so it should be a comfortable catch for Sam Hain, and it is. So another one to fall now for the Steelbacks.
Greg Miles has bowled really well, and that's pretty much what he's done. Into the pitch there, length, can't quite access the middle of the bat, and he knew straight away, simple catch. So it's a good phase for the Birmingham Bears. Rates going up, wickets are being taken, but they're not out of it quite yet. They've saved 14 from 15, still some cricket to be played here, 112 for 4.
Good time for the Bears to pick up a wicket as well. Obviously David Willey is just getting himself set, 19 off 16. Zabe as well was just finding his flow. One off 41 balls needed. Remembering that Northampton is the highest scoring, well, second highest scoring ground in the competition, second to Headingley. Generally has been a good pitch. Had a game earlier today. Women's Sunrisers were playing. Chase down 150 in the 19th over. Lewis McManus, the next man in for Northamptonshire. Oh, a good bit of work in the ring. Would have been out. A direct hit. Excellent work.
Yeah, terrific work. Direct hit and gone. Direct hit and gone.
Alex Davis has got a habit of doing that, knocking down the stumps. I don't know if anyone remembers the first game we did of the season. He completely demolished all 3 of the stumps, trying to get there for a run out. That sounded good off the bat, but we'll just drop short.
What happens when you attack catch your day, boys? Not just sit on the rope.
And just having another look at that run-out opportunity. There was a moment of hesitation there from David Willey, which just resulted in there was a direct hit. Would have been out. Gone straight away, I think he would have been okay. Just this moment of hesitation.
McManus played Hampshire. You might have seen his highest score. I think it was 60 there. That was at the Rose Bowl, now the Ageas Bowl. Corky will be laying claim to finding him as well. James Vince.
Well, shouts of catch, but should drop short. Good thing with Corky being pitch side is he can't answer back.
Well, he keeps feeding information. He's just said Dawson, Briggs, Vince. Oh, and Chris Wood, I'm hearing. Basically just all those that have done really well for Hampshire over a long period of time. It's all down to Dominic Cork.
An excellent over for the Bears, just the 5 runs coming from it and the wicket as well. 117 for 4.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Perfect. What's your name? Where are you from? Bruno from Amity. Bruno, congratulations. The final day. That's Lake Stump. Following the
So 86 off the final 6 overs.
Get it down.
Briggs, just a 7 from his first over. How good has he been over the years, leading wicket taker in the blast? Just brings that element of control in all the chaos.
I think he's got a great temperament, as well as you look at spinners, you look at the early overs. I don't think he gets flustered if he gets collared. One of his great skills is his ability just to deal with the match situation as it is.
Gotta go here. Gotta go here. Gotta go here. Nice effort. Nice effort.
Just having a quick look there, just the 8 games for England. Do you think that's unlucky on his part?
Yeah, yeah. And also, you look at franchise world now, lots of leagues around the world, and you look at how, has he played much? He played a bit in the Big Bash, I think. And go underneath the bat on this occasion, didn't quite manage it. So you think, leading wicket taker in this competition for many, many years, that you thought he might have played a bit more elsewhere around the world too.
Lovely Dan. Gotta go here. Gotta go here.
His England career, 7 matches, 5 wickets.
Best
of 2 for 25, and excellent work off his own bowling as well. That counts for a lot. Spin bowlers who are good off their own bowling in the field really can build the pressure.
Go Dan, don't drop.
So again, in the context of things, a good over, just the 9 runs coming from it. Required run rate now well over 15, 126 for 4.
He's trying his best to heave it over the boundary. McManus can play. An astute signing for Northamptonshire from Hampshire. Was very smart with the gloves. Can he equal it with the blade? Quicker from Mousley, and it's been dispatched in fine style, exacerbating the point I was making.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice quick hand from Lewis McManus. Made the move from Hampshire, initially on loan last year as cover for Adam Rossington, who'd moved down to Essex. Nicely picked up as well. Since secured a more permanent deal. As you say, Doug, it seems to be a handy signing for Northamptonshire.
Been following the progress as Willie finds that dead straight. And the fielders at long on, long off, spread far apart, probably 40 yards or so between the pair of them, and if you get the angles right, 4 runs down the ground.
It just looks as if mid-on was actually quite wide that occasion.
Catch that.
A bit quicker and higher on the bat. Still managed to squeeze through for a single. A decent 11 runs so far. It's going to be 15, the 15 they need. Little bit of room outside of the leg stump and up and over the top. He goes from McManus. Striking at 200, 62 from 24, 141 for 4.
This is how it feels when you sign up to Admiral Casino. This is how it feels when you play your favourite game. And this is how it feels when the slot reels drop. Admiral Casino. Feel the flutter.
We've seen plenty of games won from this position. It's a steep task. They did what was asked of them in the previous over. Did the steal back? Not quite right.
Just pitching outside. Fancy. I think all the while that David Will is there and McManus. Northamptonshire will still feel like they've got a chance here.
Get that, Rob!
Wobbled. Nothing really McManus can do. And just picking up on what you and Nick were saying, it does surprise me about Briggs. He's been a high-class performer in this form of the game for a long period of time. Now I know, a lot of sides require three-dimensional cricketers. As Willie goes up and over the top, has it got the legs? It doesn't for 6, but it does for 4. Northamptonshire now finding themselves into a little bit of a groove.
Yeah, this is just clever cricket from David Willey. He doesn't mind how he's getting the ball in that direction. He just knows he needs to get it there because of where Briggs is trying to bowl and also the field that was set.
Gone. Straight down the throat of backward point. And Briggs it is who manages to break the partnership. And David Willey doesn't want to go. Wasn't quite sure. Maybe he thought it was perhaps a bump ball. Unsure of the circumstances, but he has to depart.
It sounded like he just said to the umpire, can you not go upstairs to check the catch? But I'm not too sure what they would be checking because off the bat, to me, it looks like it's come straight off. I don't think it's a bump ball where he's hit it into the ground.
I was just trying to think, Lydia. I can't possibly wonder.
Can you not go upstairs? Not too sure what for.
All right. Anyway, Willie was none the wiser, led.
Well, I don't think he wanted them to check to make sure it was a fair catch. That was well and truly a catch.
Maybe cricket finder Dominic Cork can ask a little bit later on when he speaks to David Willey.
Yes, Danny boy! Yes, Danny boy!
So Tom Taylor
Gotta go here, gotta go here!
comes to the crease. Runs to his name this season as well. Big lad, and he can strike a mean ball. 44 not out. In the opening game defeat for Northampton against Worcestershire. As it is, a tall task required. 55 from 18. Maxwell returns.
Lovely, lovely.
Okay, let's try again.
That's out. You not go upstairs?
Hammered away by McManus. Oh, it could have been brilliant. It almost was. Sam Hain on the boundary edge. The 150 comes up after a fine strike by Lewis McManus, but just couldn't quite keep his balance.
Yeah, well, he's obviously made the catch, but because his momentum was going backwards, to try and get the ball thrown back in, he would have had to have tried to have generated a lot more power. He just wasn't able to get the height or the distance.
He's got the height of the distance here, I think. Yes, he does. Dan Mousley at deep backward square was interested for a while, but consecutive sixes for McManus. Oh, it's just landed inside. My mistake. Apologies, but still. 6 and 4. Just held back a fraction by Maxwell that time. I wonder what he wanted to go upstairs for. Crowd cheers immediately, but those cheers will turn to tears. And down Mousley making new friends in Northampton. End of Lewis McManus, all he could do really. Striking it nicely, but the task was too tall.
Yeah, it's a handy cameo in the context of things, but I just feel if he was going to have taken the game on even more, he would have just had to have cleared the ropes a few more times. But nice catch in the end, just letting the crowd know that Birmingham Bears quite possibly on top now. Big ask, 44 off just the 13 needed. Lewis McManus, he played well, 29 of 14, 159 for 6.
Saw Chris Wokes shush the crowd at Canterbury, and I think in a quarter-final. Oh, it's those rowdy ice cream van lot. He does it again. Ooh, just in case you missed one. Graham White into the fray. He picks up the boundary for his trouble. Oh, he's getting shushed from the crowd as well. A little bit of toing and froing, all in good fun. 163 for 6. What they put in those ice creams?
You don't often see too much of this, do you, at a cricket game? I can't imagine you'd be,
Guy in the hoodie.
Be that sort of person, Daggers. I know, the white hoodie with his hood up.
I sworn I saw the guy in the hoodie.
Yeah, I
give
saw
it the
it
shush.
as well. Yeah.
There he goes. 15 all.
Oh, brilliant. You wouldn't do that, Daggers, would you?
You gotta make friends with the crowd.
Yeah.
Have a bit of fun with them. That's absolutely what it's about. It really is. I remember when I had my long hair.
And your bandana.
And all of that. All the Scarborough crowd singing Where My Caravan Was. Wide signalled. You know what, you gotta have fun with it.
Handlebar moustache as well.
No,
Were you
didn't
rocking
have
that
that
ever?
No. That was after I retired. I'd like to see that.
Yeah.
A bit of banter. Good fun between crowd and player, and it's all taken in the right way. Oh, Miles the ball well. 3 for 23 from his 3. And the perfect wide Yorker. Lots of T20 blasts coming up. Vitality blast this week. We're at Headingley. Headingley tomorrow. And Rose's match straight after the test. First day of the test between England and Ireland at Lord's. Sliced. Little tinny off the back from Taylor. There's all his mates. Oh. Oh, just beyond. Great Yorker from Miles, and just the cue end from Graham White. Nothing Alex Davis could do at all.
Oh, it's just gone into the ground. Even though third is pretty straight. No chance of anyone getting that, not even Alex Davies. 34 still needed of just the 9 deliveries.
Swing and a miss. Maybe not a miss. Little faint edge. And Miles has his fourth. White understandably swinging wildly. Just a feather going through to the safe hands of Alex Davis. Career best in T20 cricket for Craig Miles.
Yeah, it really was just a feather. Not a huge amount of deviation, just a thin outside edge, and Craig Miles has been very good. Didn't get a bowl in the previous game. Spin all the way, but today, in on the action, he picks up Graham White. He goes to 8, 169 for 7.
An opportunity for a Michelle. 2 balls in which to do it. Another 2 balls in which to do it. Was that wide? Nope. AJ Time might have shuffled across. Slashed away in the game, maybe. Dan Mousley, I'm sure he's getting encouraged from the boundary edge to take the diving catch. So, end of faves. Now this was a boundary. Look at this throw. Bang! Straight to the coaches. Mark Robinson was Ian Westwood on the front. Sorry, coach. I'll get you not picked. Ollie Hannon Dolby there, getting pinned.
So when you see fielders throw the ball accidentally straight into the ground, have you ever seen those ones?
Well caught. Camera operators. Henry Brooks will have to bowl that again. So 32 required. Unless AJ Tyer's got a moment of magic in him. And Birmingham Bears heading towards their 4th straight win to open their account in the 2023 Vitality Blast. bit of a... There's good things that Northamptonshire did today. Also, they might just want to tidy. Their first 10 overs were a little slipshod. If you're looking at things to work on for the subsequent games, good news. John Sadler, Ben Smith. Head coach Sadler on the left. The good thing is it's a 14-game season, so there's time to put it right. Not a huge amount, but there is time. There's some talent within that squad.
Yeah, I think we spoke about earlier how they're in such a strong position in the back end of last season. Just needed 1 point from their last 5 games, and I think they ended up losing their last 5 games and just missed out that qualification. And for Birmingham as well, I mentioned it earlier as well, for me they were the favourites last season. I think the way that they were playing their cricket, and when spoken to someone like Sam Hain, they were gutted that they missed out quarter-final. So both these sides hugely motivated, as are all the sides.
A bit of confusion. And Dominic Cork has been busy today. He did a piece for Sky Sports News earlier on. Oh look, there he is. AJ Ty. Cork clueless.
That was something he did throughout the whole of the Big Bash. Did you see it, AJ Ty? Often in a bucket hat as well, so we just need to get him a bucket hat.
He's that kind of character.
Yeah.
He plays the game, big smile, I love him. Thinks he's a super cricketer. But he's a nuisance, he's a menace. Did that actually go out?
I'm not too sure.
And he's absolutely got all of that out of the ground, off garages and back in. And a nice way for him to finish, and maybe the Steelbacks, but overall they'll be disappointed that they dropped to their 3rd defeat in 4 games. Meanwhile, the Birmingham Bears are perfect, 4 from 4. They overcome the Northamptonshire Steelbacks by 21 runs. They are on a roll. Now the Bears over 200 with the bat, 202 for 6. A good all-round performance with the ball. Craig Miles, the pick of the bowlers. Everyone has played their part with the ball and in the field. Ricardo Vasconcelos played an absolute beauty of an innings to kick things off for the Steelbacks, but just didn't have enough in that middle order. And perhaps Lydia Greenway, those opening 10 overs with the ball, a couple of drop catches, bit of sloppy fielding, maybe the reason why the Steelbacks find themselves on the back end of defeat.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be stages of the game where they'll look back, and those catches will certainly be one of them. That just allowed them to get up to that opening partnership of 100, which really laid the platform for the Bears. And as you say, Daggers, they are on a roll, and they will be absolutely determined. See Alex Davis leading them at the moment to make sure that they get one foot into the semi-final, of course, the quarter-final, apologies, and of course they have Owen Ali to come back soon as well.
Well, he'll be taking up the captaincy on his return. I mean, probably he's already back from the IPL. Have a little bit of time to rest after his CSK side won the title. But Alex Davis will be reluctant to give up the captain's armband. Such is his record. Glenn Maxwell, first bowler today, plenty more days for him as a Birmingham Bear. Fantastic deck out there. 181 for 7 for the Northants Steelbacks. 65 from Vasconcelos from just 39 deliveries. Could have done with Willie, and McManus tried his best to up the run rate with 29 off 14, but all in all, just a little bit too much of a task.
For the bowlers for Birmingham Bears, they were put under pressure early on in the power play. Henry Brooks, wicketless for him, but do keep an eye on his career and how that progresses. Hugely talented, 4 wickets for Craig Miles after not bowling against Lancashire just because of conditions. He was in on the action, a 4-for for him, and then 1 apiece for the spinners, Maxwell, Briggs and Mousley.
So the story of the evening, the Birmingham Bears winning by 21 runs, 202 for 6, plays 181 for 7. Right, all is in readiness on the side of the pitch for the post-match presentations conducted by Dominic Cork.
Yeah, thanks a lot. I've got David Willow with me. Where did that go wrong tonight?
I think all 3 areas of the game. You know, we dropped a couple of catches, probably not executing as well as we like with the ball, and just unable to sort of get that big partnership or big score with the bat.
What did you say at half-time?
Oh, look, I think it's a good pitch, and we knew we were going to have to take it deep, but you know, I think one of the guys at the top there steps up, makes a big score, and we support him, we get across the line.
Going to the next games, what are you going to try and work on?
There's no time to work on anything with our schedule. We've literally played every other day, so look, I think it's about regrouping, keep the narrative positive, and we come back, you know, feeling good and playing the same way we want to.
Well, unlucky tonight, and good luck with your next game.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, let's speak to the winning captain, Alex Davis. Keep winning.
Yeah, 4 from 4. It's not a bad start. You know, I think there's elements of tonight we can do a little bit better, but really chuffed over the moon with all the boys.
What are those elements?
I don't think we're at our best in the field, potentially. But no, as Will said, good pitch, quick scoring ground. So we knew we had to get around the 200 mark. Just scraped over when it looked like we could have got a few more. And then, yeah, came out with the ball. Our spinners did a really good job again. Yeah, it's all a bit carnage, wasn't it?
Yeah, they seem to work well, don't they, the spinners? That, you know, you've got a nice mixture and they work well.
Yeah, as we said pre-match, you know, Maxie and Briggs' experience, and then Jake Lintott has a knack of taking wickets, and Dan Mousley to call on as well. So there's a lot of variety in there.
Halfway through, top of the table, finals day?
Is that halfway now?
Ish.
Halfway-ish. I don't know, yeah, we're trying to get there. I think we've set our sights on winning a certain amount of games just to qualify, but yeah, we don't want to lose, so we'll try and win them all.
Congratulations tonight, and good luck for your next game.
Cheers, Paul.
Right, it's time for the Vitality Blast Player of the Match, and will join me will be Rob Yates, who will be the Player of the Match. Jeremy Denton and Jason Bryce from CMG will give Rob Yates for his 71 of 53, his Vitality Man of the Match award, and also his Magnum of Chapel Down sparkling wine. Thanks, guys. Rob, well played. Talk us through that innings.
Yeah, it was pretty nice to get a score on the board. I mean, to start with, didn't feel great, felt a bit out of rhythm. I remember chatting with Dave, I think we both struggled to get going, but the scoreboard doesn't lie. I think we're still going at a good rate, and I think it shows wickets in hand there. We can still reach 200 towards the end, so it was good from the lads coming in later on.
There looked like there was a little bit of bounce early on. It wasn't easy.
Yeah, it was. I think that was the kind of summary from the batters. I actually think the bowlers used that pretty well.